It's real breakfast hours.
Eat breakfast to view up.
Today's breakfast is...
Oh,
Hello.
welcome.
You may notice that things look a little different here at Real Breakfast Hours.
Yeah, it's almost as if we skipped breakfast and went straight to dinner.
In fact, I think we might have to call this one
Real dinner hours.
But let's not get too crazy. We still gotta give shout-outs to those of our friends who did send in their breakfast, even though we won't be enjoying it today.
Yes, we have some returning, or at least one returning person. Crollo, as always. The main man, Crollo. He sent me his breakfast. I forgot to pull it up, though. Hold on.
I've got my friend Emily, shout out. She asked me to both show a picture of her breakfast and talk about it, and also she wanted me to include a picture of her. So, editing, Mickey, do that.
Wanted you to edit her in?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So she actually goes to the same college that we went to. So she's at one of the dining halls.
Go Blue.
Go Blue. She has a cup of coffee and some fruits. It looks like some honeydew, some strawberries, maybe some cantaloupe on the bottom there. It's a good little healthy breakfast.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we have our boy Crollo. Crollo's got some scrambled eggs with chorizo and turkey breast, along with his signature vitamin water, which longtime fans of the series will know he drinks frequently.
Hey, that sounds great too.
Good job, Crollo. Thanks for the good work and your continued support with Real Breakfast Hours.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
So, what's going on here, you may ask yourself? Well, today's episode is a little different. We're about to hit you with a Hot Ones inspired, not named because I believe that is copyrighted. But Hot Ones inspired, well, hot wing challenge. We'll ask each other questions. We'll try out some hot wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. We got 6 flavors here.
So I think it's 4 or 5 wings each.
Yep, it's 5 wings each.
Yeah, 5 wings each,
We got
which is plenty.
30 wings, 6 different types. Do you wanna say what they are, or you want me to?
Well, you've turned the names of them away from me. I can't
Indeed,
I can't remember what they're all called. You have a note, don't you?
Well, I'll tell you what they're called. We got the sweet barbecue, which is listed as their least
most
spicy.
Mild, yeah.
I think it's then Parmesan garlic, some medium, Asian zing, mango habanero, and then of course
the blazing
wings.
ones.
That's I think are like bomb, or maybe the last dab, or whatever.
Normally when we go to Buffalo Wild Wings, Asian zing is one of the flavors that I'll just get a serving of. I like the Asian zing. They're very good. She, however...
I get honey barbecue usually. I didn't want to have us try one that I've already tried, though, you know?
Right. Maybe we could each have 2 of these for now.
I mean, we'll get started.
And
but
we got some fries.
And do you have questions for me? Because I have questions for you.
I think we're going to do them off the cuff, but ladies first. You ask me, and then I will...
Okay, well, we have to take a bite first, so I'm going to put the hair up.
Well,
my hair's wet. Sorry, y'all.
Splashing me.
I know. You're in the
splash zone.
Splash zone. Okay. All right. Take a little bite. Cheers. It's a good wing.
It's a wing. It's not spicy at all.
Nope.
Calling it a hot wing should be illegal.
I will say, I'm very sensitive to spice, and he's very good with spice, so this should be entertaining. We do have 2 large glasses of milk. Okay, my first question to you is, what accomplishment are you most proud of?
In my whole life?
Yes.
That's a really hard one. I don't really know if I have an answer for that, but something that I know it was tough, and I'm glad I got through it, was just graduating college. Neither of my parents have a 4-year college degree, so being able to do that was pretty big for me, so very proud of myself. And I know you've done that too, and that's incredible, and we had such a good time in college, so choosing where to go to college and then following it through was very big for me, and I'm proud of myself and you.
Oh, thank you.
Now, do I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, normally it would just be the interviewer asking the celebrity questions, but since neither of us are either of those things, I figure we both ask each other questions.
Not celebrities yet, baby.
So true.
So true.
It's on the vision board, for real, for real.
All right. Now, do we want to keep doing with these, or do we want to switch to...
Well, I think for your question to me, we...
Oh, so we'll do one question for
yeah.
each flavor of wings per person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is something that you have yet to achieve that you want to?
I'd really like to be in... Well, there's a lot of things. First of all, getting a big YouTube channel. So you can make that happen. But also just... I'd really like to continue with theater. And obviously, like, the next step up would be... probably like getting cast and performing in like a community theater thing. Mm-hmm. Like especially a musical, because I love musicals. And I get scared sometimes that like I'll never be able to do it outside of like high school primarily, but then I did it in undergraduate, not a musical, but I did a play in my senior year. So now I'm thinking like, okay, maybe we can do something, you
know? Doing that as a medical student and potentially eventually as a doctor could prove challenging. I don't really know where you'd find the time.
I don't know, but I hope I can, because I love theater. So, he agrees with me.
You know what? I should probably get up and feed him so he doesn't have to sit here and watch us eating wings. It's like 2 hours past his normal dinner time anyway.
On to the second wing.
What flavor is these? Or are these?
Parmesan garlic. It's still in the mild category.
Should be like one step up from the other ones.
The sweet barbecue for me, like I really didn't... I mean, there's like a hint of like warmness in my mouth, but I really wouldn't call it spicy. Sometimes if I have enough honey barbecue wings, I do tend to start to notice it gets a little hot. So I don't know how these ones are gonna be, because I've never had the Parmesan garlic.
I just made a face when she opened them because I'm not sure if you can see that.
Saucy.
They're not. I wouldn't order these normally.
Let's see. You have to ask me a question, I think, or do you still want me to go first?
You go first.
Yeah, hold on. I had the questions while I was driving, and I have to think of it.
Oh, well, then maybe I'm kind of doing mine off the cuff because this was not quite as well researched as a normal real breakfast hours.
Ooh.
Okay, tell you what. What is your... Oh, well, I think we did this in the last episode. I was going to ask you what's your favorite TV show of all time.
Yeah.
And we did favorite book.
That does remind me what I wanted to ask you, though.
Okay, who's your favorite, like, villain from something? And why?
I think it depends on, like, what we're talking about. I think in terms of being, like, super well written, and also from my favorite series of all time, President Snow is, like, really a good option, but he's kind of understated. I think maybe he wouldn't come to first people, like, your mind at first, but, like, I think he is a really well written and genuinely, like, kind of scary villain, in the context of the world and, like, when you're reading the book and even watching the movies. But I also really love Nui Harame from Kill la Kill, mostly because of her theme. I think is one of the best themes of all time, let alone like a villain theme.
She's also very pink, which is also for you.
And yeah, so I mean, I do love those, you know. There's probably another one that I can't think of. But yeah, those are like pretty good. These are definitely spicier. Like I can feel the heat a little bit.
Yes, I can detect that these are hot wings. The other ones, you could have just told me they were wings and not hot wings, and I'd have believed you. These ones, I know that they're attempting to be hot.
Similar vein. Which? I'm gonna give you an option here.
Oh boy.
Out of either movies or TV shows, which movie or TV show has had the most effect on you as a person? When I thought of this, I almost said game, and then I was like, it's Kingdom Hearts 2. I already know that.
Yes, the most influential video game I've ever played was Kingdom Hearts 2. That's true.
So I couldn't ask that.
Correct.
So either a game or either a TV show or a movie.
Well, it's a hard one. It's got to be a TV show and definitely a cartoon. And I would say it's probably either the Justice League cartoon or Ben 10.
I knew that was about to come out.
Ben 10 was very formative for me. That was like the first TV show that ever aired that I like consciously prepared myself for when it was going to air each week, and carved out time to sit on the couch and watch it. And this was before you could just record things, so I needed to be there, and it was very important to me. That one or like Dragon Ball Z. Love Dragon Ball Z, but that one had been out. Dragon Ball is an 80s property.
It's crazy.
And Dragon Ball Z was 90s, which I did watch on TV, like on Toonami, when which, for those of you who don't know, there's Cartoon Network, and then Cartoon Network around 10 p.m. or so switches over to Adult Swim. Toonami used to be this thing that would come on between Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. So at either 9:30 or 10 o'clock, it would switch over to Toonami, and they would play a couple episodes of anime. And that was like the only way that me, as a young boy in the West, were seeing anime. So Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, that type of stuff was on Toonami.
Dude, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through. This is like, my lips are tingling.
So yeah, Dragon Ball Z was great. And Ben 10 is maybe a more direct answer to that one.
Alright, I like it. Next is the medium wings. Dun, dun, dun. I'm scared. Because that literally last one that was mild was already hot to me. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea.
I love milk.
I think the blazing might actually kill me.
That's okay. We'll have
a funeral for me?
EMTs on standby.
God. Okay. Grab a wing.
I like the drumsticks better than the flat ones.
Oh God, what was I gonna ask you? See, I had things. I was driving home and I was thinking of them.
Because they're not as hot, like temperature-wise, as they should be. We should put these in the microwave for like 10 seconds or something.
Okay, go ahead. Gives me time to think.
Yes.
Oh my God, Mike. Wait, can you throw these in with them?
Yeah. And that's what a hot wing is supposed to taste like. Busting it down.
Bro, you might need to bring that milk closer. Just keep it on the floor on standby.
Bruh, I hope you didn't puke or anything upstairs, you goofy man. Licking toes underneath the tripod.
Oh my God, my lips, bro.
Ask your question.
Okay. You are someone who went to multiple schools throughout your childhood. Of all the schools that you went to, K through 12, not including college, which was your favorite and why?
Well, I think to answer that question, I should respond by telling you which one was my least favorite.
Yeah.
As a kid, my grandmother ran like a daycare service, and she ran it all the way up through her and her. My grandfather operated a daycare service with multiple locations all the way up until I was done with college and they'd retired and stuff. So you could sort of call that my first like school experience, which people go to preschool, but it was a little different for me because my grandma owned it. And preschool is basically just glorified babysitting anyway. And then K through 4, I went to Catholic school, which I know some of you have already got your Twitter fingers ready, but Catholic school really wasn't that bad. The education was good, I felt. Looking back, I feel like the education was good anyway. 5th grade, I went to public school because we moved. When I was 10, we moved. So I went to 5th grade at the town public school. And then in 6th grade, I went to a magnet school in the city. That was terrible. They had a uniform, and you could only buy it from a certain location and it was expensive and ugly. And then at the end of the year, they released a statement that they were changing locations, and the new ones were going to be even uglier and more expensive, basically.
Oh.
So I was like, Mom, I don't want to go here anymore. So then I finished
He's like, I don't
middle
wanna look
school,
goofy.
7 and 8, back in the same public school system that for the town. That was middle school. And then high school, I spent all 4 years at the local high school. That was very good. Where are you going?
No, just keep going.
How? The local high school was a very good experience. It was a nice high school. It was reasonably well funded. It was very large. My graduating class was like over 300 people, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody I met was very kind. They were the same people who I knew in 5th grade, and then again in 7th and 8th. So even though I bounced around a lot, I kind of ended up in the same place. But it was a good experience. I'm still friends with a lot of those people. Shout outs to Ivan.
We love Ivan.
We love Ivan. And Tim.
We love Tim. Both of which came to my 21st birthday party, so shout out.
Shout out. Yes, they're not just my friends, they're your friends.
Dude, I'm literally dying.
Now let me ask you a question.
Oh my god, good luck.
What is...
Am I like red? I feel like I'm sweating.
Chill out, it's okay. You're not that red. You're I can
We're
tell
literally... Oh my god.
We're only halfway through.
I know.
What is your favorite work of art? Let me limit that to like stuff you'd see in the museum, so no books, movies, or anything like that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Paintings, sculptures, modern art included. Art, an art piece. You know?
Yeah. Well, kind of list like a few.
Mm-hmm. I just gave you my whole school experience.
Did you say which one was your favorite?
The high school.
Oh, okay,
No.
cool. I really like, obviously, The Starry Night by Vincent Van Gogh is like a classic.
Can't go wrong there.
Oh my god, this is embarrassing. I don't know, I can't remember the name of the artist, but the guy who does the ballerinas.
The Russian ones?
I thought there was like, well, they might be Russian ballerinas, but I feel like the guy's French.
Maybe.
But you know, like the ones where there's the ballerinas practicing, or they're like warming up and stuff.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, like those ones. I mean, there's multiple, but like I really like those. And then I really like the it's like I can't help myself or something. Is that one with the freaking robot? It's like a modern one, and the robot, and he's like a robot, and he goes, and there's like fluid leaking out of him, and and he keeps like turning and does, and like he seems so happy early on, and then like later on he was just like so dirty, and like the movements were so like sad, and it's like such a, I feel like it's a powerful piece that kind of, I don't know, this does something for me.
It's
like
strange.
The fruitless, or what is like the...
It's fruitless, yeah, fruitless labor.
Yeah.
You know you got a bunch of sauce on the corners of your mouth.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying they're probably going to make your mouth hot.
They are making my mouth hot, that's true.
It's funny that we as humans can look at something that is non-human, like an animal, and even more compellingly, a machine, and feel compassion, sympathy, and like sorrow for these creatures, and in some cases objects. Like if you were a kid, or even now, you might drop your stuffed animal off the bed or something like that, and you feel bad for the stuffed animal, like, oh no, I've wronged you in some way, even though you know it doesn't have feelings. I don't know if that was just because of we all saw Toy Story growing up.
No, I think people have been doing that for a really long time. It's just inherent to people.
Compassion is a very
That's
strong
why we're
emotion.
so good at domesticating things.
True. Like that little goofy man over there.
Yeah.
Goofy,
I'm so glad to be done with this one, because my mouth hurts, and I know the next one's gonna hurt more, but like I feel like at least I'll like the flavor better.
At least the flavor profile will be different.
Maybe I'll appreciate it more, or at least have a fresh start. I don't know if I can keep doing 2 of these. This is the Asian Zing.
These ones are real good.
I'm so... Oh my
They just look hot, don't they?
They look hot.
I mean, are they actually physically warm? They're not. We got these a little while ago. You know, not too terribly long ago, but long enough ago that they're like room temperature now.
Dude, my mouth hurts.
Good. Oh yeah. You can smell what the rock is cooking.
Please. I have fear, to be honest with you.
Can you smell the spice?
Yes. I'm like, that's why I grabbed this, because I know my nose is already like gonna.
Gonna start getting ugly on the podcast.
It's gonna get real ugly.
Grab your wing. I'm really enjoying this.
You're like freaking Lord. A delicious wing.
Oh, yes. I thought you said Lauren. I was like, who the hell is Lauren?
No, Lord.
She means on an episode of Hot Ones, the thing that this is inspired by. Shout out. Lord,
I
the
don't
singer.
think Hot Ones needs a shout out from us.
No. They need to shout us out. Yeah. Lord, the singer, was very brave, very, very strong about all these spicy ass wings.
Dude, I don't think they even hurt her. She was like so unfazed.
Unfazed. What does your ideal home life look like down the road? You know, number of kids, type of house, all that stuff.
Oh my god. It tastes really good, but it's so hot.
These are some of my favorite wings. So this is a really good flavor for wings.
A delicious wing. Another really delicious wing. Like home life as in like what?
The multiple examples I just gave you. How many kids do you want? Where would you like to live? What state? You know, do you want a dog? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes. That's all?
2 kids. A nice big house. Somewhere in New England.
Do you want a pool?
Yeah.
How big is the yard?
Big enough for a dog. I want a husky. Or a corgi.
Probably never gonna get a corgi, even though they are cute.
No, you literally can't do that to me.
You already have a cat. You don't need another little
What
animal.
if when we're old?
When we can't wrestle with the big dog anymore, maybe.
It needs to have 2 floors.
Obviously.
Because I always wanted a 2-floor house.
I've always lived in a house of multiple stories, but her parents live in a 1-story house, not including the basement. And my grandparents always lived in a 1-story, again, not including the basement. So, like, it seems almost strange to have to specify that you want 2 stories to me, but I see why.
And I want a room that is like secret, and you have to open it with like a bookshelf, like the kind of old thing, and then it spins around, or at least like it opens a door. Like that's what I want. That's another must for me. Big kitchen, pink kitchen, or at least like
pink kitchen,
like pink appliances. Perhaps some element of pink in the kitchen on the walls, but not like fully pink necessarily, but like if they got tiles that had like some kind of pink thing on them, that would work for me, and it would like tie everything together.
If you did like a sort of a, you know, this color pink, like a dehydrated powdery pink.
Yeah.
What you could do that with like a matte gray. It might look decent.
It would have to be like I want marble countertops.
I think we have the fake marble countertops right now. Those bad boys are definitely.
These are fake granite, first of all.
I apologize. The cat is going crazy.
No, this like does taste really good, but it's just so painful. You're not even hurting yet?
My mouth is hot, but not to the point that I'm like downing milk or anything like that. This is normal. As I said, I order these regularly. I already had 2. You're still on your first one?
Yeah. I actually won't mind having a second one of this because it does taste good. I think maybe I can get used to it a little bit.
It's worth the flavor. These fries suck. And they forgot them the first time. I went there. It's literally less than 5 minutes down the road. I could have walked there if I wanted to, but I placed the order. I go and I pick up the wings. I get back in the house. I put them on the table and I realize, oh, I forgot our fries. So I called them and they offered to either give us some in-store credit or they could just make them for me and I could come pick them up. One, they're close, so I don't mind going to get them. Two, she's very food attached, so if they had forgotten a part of our order, she'd have been quite upset. Three, giving us in-store credit, one, doesn't help me now. And two, I guess, 3B, if you give me in-store credit, I have to come back to the store and spend money to use that credit. So it retroactively ends up costing me more money as opposed to just going to get the fries.
Yeah.
So I went and picked them up, and they were fresh, but now they're, I mean, no. I snuck one out of the bag as I was leaving, and they still weren't very good. But
I don't think they were fresh because when you were still upstairs or whatever, I tried them and they were cold. I had to put them back in.
These are probably the fries they made for us the first time.
Probably, yeah.
They just forgot to put them in the bag.
Okay. What is your favorite memory of us?
Of us two?
Yeah.
It's a hard one. I have a lot of pictures of us on my phone. We've done so many lovely things, so many beautiful adventures. But maybe one that I could see at the top of that list. I feel like it would change in a given day. I could give you 100 answers here, but
yeah, I just like one of them. Yeah.
One of them is when we climbed Cadillac Mountain together, and we made it all the way to the top. And for those of you who don't know, Cadillac Mountain is a mountain in Maine, and if you make it to the very tip top, you can be the first people in the country to see the sunrise. Just because of how eastern Maine is and how high the mountain is and all that stuff. So that was the idea, that we were going to get to the mountain nice and early, and it was a 2-hour hike in the middle of the night, like at 3 a.m. Backpacks, jackets. And there was a trail. We had headlamps. It was pitch black. But we did have headlamps, which I don't know where they are. We have to find those because I'd like to do this again.
I have no idea where they are.
But they were very useful. We're at the bottom of the mountain. It's like 50 degrees. And I've got 2 sweatshirts and a big poofy red jacket and a backpack with a blanket. And I'm like, man, I'm almost kind of warm. I might take off this other hoodie. I decided against it. I took the hoodie and I shoved it in the backpack. Maybe we'll need it. We're going up the mountain. We're hiking. People are passing us because they're zooming. We're taking a couple of breaks, drinking water, eating trail mix. And I'm starting to get hot under the collar because of all this exertion. So I unzip the jacket and take the other sweatshirt off.
Yeah.
We start getting closer to the top. And now she didn't want to drive up the mountain because she was worried it might be treacherous and that her car wouldn't handle it well.
No, I knew it would handle it fine. I just am terribly afraid of driving off a mountain.
Yes, well, as we got closer to the top, we realized there was a nice paved road with guardrails on either side. It was a beautiful road. We very easily could have driven, but as I'm talking about it now, I'm happy that we didn't. But we get closer to the top, and we finally make it to the top. It is now 5 a.m. Sunrise, or no, more than that. It's now like 4:30 in the morning. Sunrise is at 5:30. The wind at the top of this mountain was so bad. I put both of my sweatshirts back on, put my jacket on, zipped it all the way up, pulled up my hood, and I pulled her nice and close, and I put the blanket around us, and we were still like shivering so bad I thought we might get like frostbite. It was frigid on top of that mountain. It got to the point that I had like unzipped my jacket and I was like this with her. It would be her, me, my jacket, the blanket, and then like I would have to eat the wind basically because I can handle the cold better than she is. Look how much bigger than her she can. Look how much bigger than her I am. So I was trying to like break the wind for her because we were not doing well in that cold. But when the sun did rise, it was beautiful. It was awesome. I was so glad we did it. And the trip down the mountain was way faster. And then I think we got some nice breakfast after. Somewhere. I don't remember. We might have stopped for like Dunkin'. We certainly grabbed breakfast. We obviously.
Yeah.
Because it would have been 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock by the time you got to the bottom of the mountain. And we would have definitely been hungry. They had a little observation area that was closed because it was, March? When we did this?
No, September.
No.
Or like October. When we actually were able to go up the mountain, it was like September, October.
Really?
It was April the time we tried and we weren't able to.
Right, and it was all frozen.
Yeah.
That's right. But the area at the top of the mountain was closed. The little shack up there was closed. But their bathroom was open, and I was able to use the hand dryer to like warm our hands back up.
Yeah, that's what I did. I went under I was putting my whole body under that hand dryer.
Yeah, it was real cold, but it was great.
Oh, that's like one of your favorite memories.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. These ones are gonna have to be heated up too.
Yes. Another 30 seconds. Oh, mango habanero. The banger. How you doing?
I think I'm coming down. I think I'm recovering. You know?
These ones are real saucy, so they should be nice and hot.
I have to ask the first question, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I need a good one. I don't even think these ones are gonna phase you either. Is the problem? I think the only ones that might phase you are those ones. So I'm saving my question that I think will be hard for you to answer while you're struggling, but for last.
When I get these at the store, or like when we're at Buffalo Wild Wings, I get like 8 of them, and I'll get 2 servings of 8 wings or something like that. One of them will be the Asian Zing, and the other one will be like 1 flavor down from that or something. And I'll eat all of the more mild ones, and while my mouth is building up the heat, then I'll crash into the Asian Zing ones, and after like 5 or 6 of those, then my mouth hurts. So eating 2 of any of these really hasn't been difficult.
I'm so scared.
This one's got some kick to
Oh
them.
my god.
Oh yeah, here we go. Finally.
Oh my
Finally.
god.
We've made it to where they're spicy.
Spicy is just like you're struggling or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean,
I need it.
like these ones might make me drink some milk.
Oh my god.
That's a good wing.
Dude, stop!
You gotta ask me a question, baby.
Yeah, when I can. Oh my god.
I'm gonna plow through all these wings.
Oh, because like every time I'm not drinking milk, it is burning so bad.
She's struggling.
Better like gargle with milk.
No, it does hurt. The bottom of my tongue, it hurts.
Mm-hmm. It is the bottom.
Yes.
Why is it the bottom?
It's the umami.
Oh my god. What would you do? What would your PowerPoint be for a PowerPoint night? For those of you who don't know, PowerPoint nights are fun things that you can see on TikTok if you look it up. And usually girls do it, and you all come up with a silly PowerPoint presentation idea, and you present them, and they're funny.
I have no idea. I don't really know what I would do for one of those. I could do one on Smite. On like which of the Smite gods is the most based. Which of the Smite roles is the most based?
Yeah, that would be good.
Mostly be slinging insoles at mid laners and EDCs.
You know what the problem with this is?
Sorry, Ben.
On hot ones, they just take a single bite of each wing.
No, this is dinner. We have to eat these.
I know, and it's awful. I mean, I would say, like, I don't think the flavor is bad, but at this point, I don't even know that I can tell the flavor.
No, these are good. They're mango.
I know, like, logistically or, like, intellectually that they're a mango, but I literally can't taste anything other than pain. Dude, I'm gonna cry or, like, poop myself.
Can I have some milk?
Oh, did you run out?
Yeah. You can eat your wing first if it's in your way.
I mean...
Tell you what.
Yeah, just reach over me, to be honest, at this point. Dude, can hot wings kill a person?
No, capsaicin isn't toxic.
That might kill a Victorian child.
I almost just put my cup down and started drinking from the gallon. I also just realized I bought 1.5%. Who sells 1.5% milk? I was aiming for 1%. Notice you're drinking 1%. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not. You could be drinking whole if you wanted to.
I literally can't finish that. Oh, it's in my throat.
Is that your second wing or your first one?
That was my first one. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to, like, I'm gonna start eating, like, that loaf of bread. I swear to God.
The fries were supposed to be like bread, but they suck, so. And they're also gone.
Oh my god. Everything hurts.
Here.
Oh god. Oh yeah. That's good.
I could eat like 6 of those.
No.
Yeah. I'm not gonna because I'm about to eat a hotter one.
My nose is running.
Mine too. Not as bad as yours, but it is running.
My mouth hurts.
I'm just gonna...
Dude.
replace this.
I think if you're sensitive to spice, you just stop at, like, the Parmesan garlic.
No, you ate the Asian zing.
Maybe take a trip up to Spiceville for Asian zing, but otherwise it's not worth it, dude. This is not worth it.
Are you gonna be able to finish that wing? Or
no.
We'll set these aside because I will eat these eventually on my own. But it's time for la piece de resistance, the last one.
I'm like defeated.
I'm getting a very sick enjoyment out of this. The bottom of this one is like almost moist because of how much sauce is in here.
Why is there so much sauce?
To kill a man, MacLeod.
Dude. I'm gonna like throw up.
It's gonna be glorious. You're gonna do it live on camera. My tongue does hurt a little.
Technically, it's not live.
True.
In fact, I could edit this out. I could eat it and then like cut to me eating one of those ones and be like, a good wing. Delicious. Not even spicy. Wow, that mango habanero stays for a while too.
Yeah, it's like glued to your tongue. It's like napalm.
Like I'm literally fighting to get it out of it.
I just inhaled some of that.
Like the Asian zing. I'm not gonna smell that right now. In fact, I don't even think I can. Do you know how I am so far gone that every time I inhale to even try to sniff it, I just feel more pain on my lips and I can't even smell. My sense of smell has been replaced by the pain in my lips.
Well, you're definitely gonna need some more of this then for these next wings.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, these are the last ones.
Yeah, I'm not eating. I probably am taking one bite of that. I'm so sorry, Mike, but...
Why are you sorry? This is gold.
Oh my god. You would think that he was the one who suggested this, but he's not.
I don't ever suggest things that I know will be torturous for her.
I'm the one who wanted.
I just let her know that I'll enjoy them. Okay.
Might need another slice up on deck.
you have your question? You've apparently been holding a banger question in.
Yeah.
And if you really need to, you can not eat a wing first. I'll take a bite, and then you can ask me the question while I struggle to answer it. Allegedly. Well,
yes.
That'll be some good content.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if you don't struggle.
That last one was hot. I was drinking milk. You saw me. I was hitting the milk pretty hard.
This is their like hottest wing they have. There's like a Desert Storm one too or something like that. I guess I don't know. But this is like the classic. It's called Blazing, and it literally has a sticker that says "Warning: Blazing Sauce," and it's like red and scary. So go ahead, open that up.
Oh man.
They just look like
painful.
They look like they came from hell. How was that?
Well, they're hot.
The question is, you work in a lab. Can you explain size exclusion chromatography to us?
You've been holding that one in?
Yes. How you do it and how it works.
That's way too long of a question.
Okay, then how does it work?
Basically, it works by you have your atom, or not your atom, excuse me, your compound. Maybe it's like some rabbit blood or something. You'd put your serum. My tongue hurts. You would take your serum, put it into your device, be it an ACTA or maybe an HPLC. Both of those are simply devices used for size exclusion chromatography. Simple as. Maybe I'll let it simmer for a little while and put myself into some pain, but basically the material goes through, and the larger material, because certain parts of it are bigger than others, it has a graph. The different sizes will show up differently on the graph.
Yeah.
And you might only care about certain portions of the graph because the really big stuff will come off first, then the smaller stuff will come off later. And they'll scan at different wavelengths and come off at different times. So, depending on what you're looking for, you just look at different portions of the graph, and that's like your answer, so to speak. They hurt.
Did it make it harder to answer the question?
Because I had to stop to drink milk.
Your eyes are getting red, I think.
Yes. My mouth hurts.
Oh my god, you're like crying.
I'm keeping my composure as best as I can, but under the collar, I'm boiling right now.
Wanted to make sure that the battery was full and not gonna die for what's about to happen next.
I want you to take this drumstick so you can get a nice, good bite out of it. My lips hurt.
My everything hurts.
Before you... I have to ask a question that's going to make you be breathy, talk for longer than 5 seconds. This is hard because she apparently came in here with prepared questions.
They were pretty good too, huh?
They were pretty good. They were not bad. Okay.
It's like hot ones, they always ask really weird questions. That's why I was trying to go for it.
Okay. How old were you when you learned to ride a bike? And what was it like when you noticed your dad or whoever wasn't holding you anymore?
I do not have an experience like that, so I cannot tell
You didn't learn to ride a bike?
I did learn to ride a bike. I didn't have a moment of like when your parents push you off like in the movies.
Okay, what was one time an authority figure, maybe like a teacher or something, was unfair to you?
Oh, I got a freaking story for this one.
Take a bite and then tell me all about it.
Oh, the flick. Oh, it creeps. Oh, she's a creeper. For a second there, I was like, "There's no way this isn't." I'm like, "Fuck." Oh my god. it keeps getting worse.
It grows. It grows. That's why, like, every time I'll take a sip of milk in my mouth, I'll be like, okay, we're good now. And then, like, 10 seconds later, my lips start to hurt again.
You know what the messed up part is I was like, that kind of tastes good. And I was like, could I do it? Oh.
The answer is no. She could not do this.
In third grade. In third grade, we had drop everything and read Dear Time, okay? Mm-hmm. It was like silent reading. And me and my best friend were sat next to each other at this time. And, oh my god. Oh my god.
I would like to remind all of you that she said that she would be good on number 2 out of 6 here. So she's been a real trooper. Although she even enjoyed number 4, the Asian Zing. It was hot, but she liked the flavor. Number 5, she didn't finish her win. Now we're on to number 6. And
I took a good chunk of that one too. It was a good call to do the drumstick, even though I hate it. Yeah. In third grade, drop everything every time. Me and my friend were sitting next to each other. We were talking. So she was like, hey, stop talking. And I was like, fair. We were talking. And I don't know if you had this, but in third grade, the way they would do the punishment stuff is like you'd get your name written on the board. But like not for a warning, you know? So she said...
It was like strike 2 was your name was on the board.
Yeah. So she said to us, she said, stop talking. And I was like, fair. Valid. We were talking. And I was not a kid who ever got in trouble. I hated the thought of getting in trouble. In fact, it still follows me to this day.
I actually think I know this story.
'Cause it makes me mad. Oh, it still hurts.
Don't die now. You're doing so good.
I go back to reading. I'm silent as... I don't know what's something silent. I'm silent as a corpse. I'm not talking. The lips don't move. Someone must have talked, but I honestly didn't even hear anything. I don't know. I don't think my friend talked. But she called us out again. And in fact, I'm not sure if she might have just called me out. It was either me and her, or just me. And she put my name up on the board. And again, I can't remember if she put up my friend's name on the board or not. But like literally we hadn't been talking. And I've never been so mad. Because that is like, I wasn't even talking. So why are you know what? That's not even, I'll give you another one. Just for funsies. In kindergarten. Do I dare take another bite?
You shouldn't do that. You're gonna hate yourself for it.
Okay. Oh, the lips really do hurt though, huh? In kindergarten, we had like a playtime inside, I think. Me and my friend, another bestie of mine at the time, we were like playing, I don't know if it was like a big Jenga tube or something, but it was like a big cylinder tube that held something in it. And we were like out here using it as a drum. Having a great time. And my teacher yelled at us and was like, stop. And we're like, okay. And I think maybe either just that, in kindergarten the system was cards, like the red, yellow, and green cards, except for we had 2 green cards and a yellow and a red. So it was like a very good, like, if you picture green in your head, probably that green, like a very true green.
Unless you're an NPC you can't picture in their head. Sorry.
And, The next one was like a more yellowish green, so it was in between the green and the yellow. Anyways, I don't know if she just like after telling us that put us down to yellow green, or maybe she had like told us to stop and we didn't, and she put us down to yellow green. But that was fine because again, as a child, I never got in trouble, and the whole point was that if you were one of the 2 greens at the end of the day, you would get some kind of reward. I don't remember if it was like you get to pick a prize out of a thing, or maybe if you got your name put in to pick out of a thing or what. But there was some reward at the end of the day that I really wanted. And so I was like, you know, it was in the morning, and I got down to the green yellow, but I was like, that's fine because I'm not gonna go down to yellow. Well, later on that day we had like math class, and we're playing with those. Do you remember those plastic fruits, like the little tiny plastic fruits, and we had for math?
Maybe.
Well, for anyone.
Not like we were in the same school, so I don't even know if I had
Yeah,
those.
but like people online post the little bears, and I remember those.
Vaguely.
Anyways, you know what the problem is because you went to Catholic school. You probably didn't have anything.
No, I hated kindergarten now.
Anyways, the class was being loud and talkative, and she yelled at everyone to be quiet, which is fair. And then my group, like, a little time goes by, and, like, some groups, I guess, were still being loud, but my group was being quiet. We were, like, working diligently, we were doing our thing, we were not talking and being super loud and obnoxious, but then I guess some other groups were, so she freaking, like, punished the entire class, which is, like, a crime against humanity or whatever, like, it's, like, a war crime or something.
The Geneva Convention?
Yeah, like, literally punishes the whole class. Everyone in class, because, like, I guess some people were being loud, got their card moved down one. So for me, who didn't do anything, I got put onto yellow, so I didn't get the reward for the day, and I was so mad. Because listen, I get it if I do something, but I didn't even talk the second time, and like with the deer thing, I didn't even open my mouth. Those are 2 grudges I hold with me forever.
Inshallah.
They did me so dirty.
Good. Use the hate.
Let it flow through you.
That's what I did. In 5th grade or 4th grade. No, it was 5th grade. My chorus teacher, whose name was, first of all, well, maybe I won't dox this man on. I was just gonna say this man's government name, and maybe I won't do that. But basically, the bottom line is that I was new at this school, right? I didn't go to this public school system before 5th grade. So I'm like, I don't know most of these kids. And I was sitting in the back of the chorus classroom. And this kid in the front, who would later go on to become a friend of mine, his name was Dennis. Dennis made some joke in the front. I literally can't even remember what it was. Dennis made some joke, the whole class laughed. I didn't get the joke. Over my head. The teacher sends Dennis into the hallway. As Dennis is crossing the threshold to go out into the hallway, the joke clicks and I laugh, like out loud. The teacher stands up from his chair, parts the Red Sea of 10-year-olds, and like gets in my face and basically tells me that I'm like gonna amount to nothing in life because I like don't know how to control myself or something. And he sends me out into the hallway too.
This isn't how they look.
So, you know, use the hate.
Use the hate.
It's always guided me. That's why I must succeed.
These aren't what they look like, and I can't find a picture of them. Maybe it was this, I guess.
We might need to wind it down and finish up here. Because I've got about 12 wings in me.
Okay. Well, did you want to talk about Puss in Boots briefly?
We did see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish finally. And man, it was real good. It was so good, in fact, that when I was home for my dad's birthday this past weekend, shout out to my dad, on like Friday night at midnight, my dad was like, I wanted to see that movie. And then he pulled up Peacock, which it was on, and he just put Puss in Boots 2 on, even though I had literally saw Puss in Boots last Tuesday, and then a couple days later, not even a week later, I'm watching it again on Friday night. So, yeah, I saw it twice in a week. It was good.
John Mulaney is the voice of one of the villains, which
Big
is really
Jack
funny.
Horner.
And Florence Pugh is Goldilocks, and I still can't get over that. I still don't understand that.
She's very Cockney, I think.
I think she is Australian.
Normally, but she was...
No, I thought the accent was Australian.
I don't know. I don't think Goldilocks and the Three Bears would be Australian.
East End.
Yeah. I can't believe somebody... If you scroll up a little bit... You went down after I said that. That's good. No, come on. There you go. Thank you.
What are you looking for?
Is Puss in Boots Spanish or Mexican? What do you think he is?
Well, I feel like whatever I say, you're gonna say it's not that.
So pick one.
He has the heart of a Mexican. I know you're gonna say he's Spanish, but he has the heart of a Mexican.
He's Spanish.
What about Kitty Softpaws?
She did have a luchador mascot, but he's supposed to be like a musketeer, and he did the running of the bulls.
Oh, okay.
And he eats gazpacho.
He has a heart of a Mexican.
And he has that little like lisp on his S's. That's a Spanish thing.
Oh, he does. Wait, is Antonio Banderas from Spain?
I think so. I'm not sure, but I do know that he was Zorro in The Mask of Zorro, which is also Spanish. Yeah, Spanish actor.
Oh, there you go.
I think we might need to wrap this up.
You know, the crazy thing is, I honestly feel like these creep up a ton, but I don't think they last as long as the mango habanero did. Because the pain that I'm left with right now, I think is just still the mango habanero. It's back to like where the mango habanero was. I feel like it never left.
It's probably because you refreshed it by eating this, and you also ate more of the mango habanero one than you did of this.
No, I don't think I did.
You took one bite of this. You tried to finish that wing.
Yeah, but those were like 2 small bites, I think.
These are spicier.
Yes, but I don't think they last as long. Okay.
I don't know what to tell you about that one.
Well, thank you for watching another episode of
Real Breakfast Hours. # Real
Dinner
Dinner Hours.
A
little bit of a shorter episode, but that is because it's 9 o'clock at night and not 9 o'clock in the morning. So,
if you have any suggestions for us or things you want to see, let us know. Send us messages.
Send us your breakfast.
Comment down below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, comment.
Send us to your friends.
Send it to your friends. Send it to your family. Send it to your teacher. Send us your breakfast.
And eat more hot wings, I guess.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Because this hurts.
I like them. Asian Zing. This is the winner. This is the best ones.
I think the sweet barbecue was the best. But
This was the very first one that weren't spicy at all.
Yeah. I'll give the runner-up to the Asian Zing though.
Right. If you want a wing that's hot but has a good flavor and isn't gonna make you need to drink milk, get the Asian Zing.
I mean, it might still make you have to drink milk if you're me.
Yeah.
But sweet barbecue is not spicy, but it is nice.
Flavor's good.
It's a good flavor. So if you're not in the mood to be in pain.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye. I like it. Picasso.